Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now I'm just standing outside my latest project that I bought with my daughter Georgia. This is her second property, and this video we're going to talk about what's the biggest threat to buy-to-let landlords at the moment. In fact, what's the biggest threat to everyone at the moment? And it's a topic that there's a ton of YouTube videos on there, and it's something you may have heard of or may not, and it's called the Big Reset. And that is what I want to talk about in this video here. So this channel, before we jump into that, is all about my investment journey, and I want you to join me on that journey together. I share the good, the bad, and the ugly of property investing. As I said, I'm building a property portfolio for my two daughters. This is Georgia's second property here. I already own this one above, so this is the second one we got in the block. This is in Dorking in Surrey, and we're also building a portfolio for my little baby Amelie. So what you can do to join us is take that finger of power, spin it round, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you get all the notifications on all the new content that we make. Now, there's something that's happening. There's a company called the World Economic Forum. It sounds like a government agency, but it's actually a company that you can join. You can be a member of. It's £500,000 a year. To be considered a member, so you've got to be pretty wealthy, but they want very, very powerful people in there, and they shape government policies all around the world, and they're very open with this. This isn't like a conspiracy theory or anything like that. This is actually happening. They are talking about something called the Great Reset or the Big Reset, and what they want to do is really just start again on monetary policy because it's kind of got out of control. Now, one thing that they want, and this is on their website and you can see all of this, is they say that in the future we will own nothing and we will be happy. Now, I don't know about you, I'm not going to be too happy if I own nothing. Now, the idea behind it is that we will rent everything. Right, so everything would be a rental product for us, and the belief is that if we did that, we would consume less, so the environment would be better impacted by that. But also that means that for the rest of your life, you're always going to have to pay out, which isn't something that I'm massively interested in. Now, we are starting to see this sort of stuff already happening. So things like Apple, for example, rather than buying an iPhone each year, you can now already get a subscription to iPhones where every single time there's a new iPhone out, they'll send you the latest iPhone and you just swap in your old one. It's a thing that they've had for a number of years. If you think about DVD styles, we now have Netflix and stuff like that. So we're always going to be paying every single month to subscribe. It's not something that we can just have a DVD and keep anymore. Yeah, you can still do that, but less and less people are doing that, right? And so big banks are buying hundreds of thousands of houses. In fact, Lloyds Bank have said in their stock and shares meeting, in their annual meeting, shareholder meeting, that they plan to be the biggest landlord in the UK, and their goal, just them, is to buy 50,000 properties to rent out. 50,000 properties to rent out. Now, what that means is that people like me and people like you, we might not get an option in the future to buy those properties, because when developments are built, they might buy the whole estate in that development. And so the Great Reset could be something that makes it more difficult to actually be able to buy stuff. And they are doing this already. They're buying huge blocks of flats. They're buying all sorts of properties and not giving anyone the option to buy their first home, or even as a landlord, there's not an option to do that either. And so I think this is something that we should all be paying attention to. I think that you should be buying some properties now while you still can, before it gets really, really difficult. Because in America, you get these big institutional investors that buy thousands and thousands of houses and bid the prices up, and then they just own that market, right? They literally are moving the market by the purchases that they are doing. And I think if that starts happening in the UK, it's not good for general public. It's not good for anybody at all. And I think you should really get yourself educated on the Great Reset and find out more. But I want to know, what do you think about this? Because some people will say, well, that's good. Landlords won't own all the properties. Well, Would you rather your landlord was Lloyds TSB and they owned all of the property so they can just put the rent up to whatever they choose? Or would you rather that it was spread around equally and there was a competitive market? Because that's where you get rents driven down. That's where you get a better service and people will compete to be the best of the best, right? And I think that we should be having this discussion. What is the Great Reset going to do for you? What is it going to do for me? Maybe our children as well will be way more impacted than us. So let me know in the comments what you think. This isn't a conspiracy. This is a real thing. Go and check it out yourself. You can see it on the World Economic Forum. Even if you just Google "own nothing and be happy," you can probably find the link to it there. But do give me a quick like on the video, guys. That helps greatly with YouTube. Do check out all the stuff we're doing at the moment. I want to share with you the good, the bad and the ugly on property investing. So do subscribe and hit the bell. Any comments, questions, whatever your thoughts are, comment below. And join us in London at our live event. You can join the VIP list to get a ticket for that. In the description is a link. Fill in your details and come along. Let's meet. All right, I'm James. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye for now.